Y'all.
We're back.
No, because we've been back. And guess who did not press record?
Let me tell you.
No.
Let me tell you. Hold on. Let
Just
me tell
say
you.
I fucked up.
It wasn't her that did not hit record. And it wasn't me that did not hit record.
Then who was he? Let's start the show.
Man, these limits go in. Yeah. Put me up. This is some straight vibes.
Welcome back to another episode of Bar2Bar, where we bring bars from your favorite songs to the bar and we discuss. I'm your host, Nicolette.
And I'm your host, Will.
Yes, and today, welcome to the bar, guys. And today I'm not drinking hard liquor.
She isn't. She's leaving me hanging with Dawn.
Yeah, I have to drink the white girl drink. I'm gonna be Caucasian today, y'all. I'm a Karen today. Because
Tell them why. What you got going on?
no, I mean, I talk about it a lot. I've been working out since January 2nd, and it's been consistent ever since. And this stuff right here, the spirits, I can't have that spirit in me no more. You know what I mean? It's just way too taxing on my body. Doing cardio sucks after a night of drinking or just drinking, period. And I'm cutting right now, and I really want to see like more progress. So I'm like, what can I do to help me the best? I'll still be outside, but I'm just trying to experiment and see what happens. So I'm drinking the white girl drink. Do you know that this has 100 calories in it? Empty calories, there's still nothing nutritious in this shit for me. But it's just 100 calories for this whole can that I can drink if I want, which I probably won't. And this one shot, guess how much calories is in one shot? Tequila. I don't even know if it's reposado, but I know regular tequila.
How much? Because I'm not, how much?
110 calories per shot.
In one shot? And that whole thing has 100? The whole
100.
thing.
Is it
I
right?
see it, yep, right there. Big numbers. Bold.
Yep. So I'm gonna do this for a little bit, guys. We'll see how it goes. I tasted it. It's not bad. And not bad. I'm not a fan of bubbly, but
She might be on here burping, y'all. Watch
I
out.
know. I apologize in advance, but I will take shots of it with you, William.
Okay. I appreciate that. At least you kind of there
That's
with
what
it.
I'm drinking, y'all. I'm not sponsored, so let's just do it, lady.
Yeah.
All right.
But hey, if y'all want to send us some free stuff, then you know what I'm saying, we'll be happy to mention you.
We sure would.
Well, how are you doing today, though? Outside of that, you know what I'm saying, watching your figure and everything, would you sound like you're in great spirits today. What's going on?
Yeah, I am in great spirits, mainly because I really like the subject that we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
As you guys can see from the title, I'm doing the song Zen TF Out, ZTFO by Big Sean.
Boy.
One of my favorite rappers of all time. Argue with your mama, not me. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find out more why. He's one of my favorites, like top 5, period.
D-Town. Stand up.
Yep. So let me pull out my notes. All right, let's get into it. So, I'm excited to. Well, I don't think you're gonna be able to. Let me just say it. I just kind of feel like you won't know what you won't be able to guess what you pouring answer is. So our first segment right now that we're gonna do is called What You Pouring, and it's basically based on the song. What do you think? If you had to compare it to liquor, what do you think it would be? So I'm gonna let you answer first. What do you think this song is pouring?
I think this song is pouring some dark, some Hennessy.
You think so?
I think it's pouring some dark, some Hennessy.
Explain.
Reason I say that because you know how folks like to sip on the cognac, and it's one of those things where people like to chill and drink in a sense, in my opinion. And when you zen, you know what I'm saying, you relaxing, you taking a sip, you know what I mean. You don't take a sip while you're zenning out or whatever the case may be. But I just think of, when I think of zen and I think of liquor, I think of cognac because you're relaxing. You want to take a sip of your drink, you want to relax, talk, chill, and you know what I'm saying, like while you're having a cigar or something of that sort. You know what I mean? Okay. That's just my thought on it.
What do you think mine is gonna be?
I'm gonna think yours is gonna be No. Vodka.
Nope.
What you got?
Mine is actually not alcohol.
What?
Mine is Voss water.
Voss water.
Or Essentia, because Voss water is technically not alkaline, but Essentia is. But
You really like Essentia.
I do.
Yeah, I remember you used to send me to the store. Hey, you give me some Essentia? I don't drink Fiji. She don't drink Fiji, y'all.
It's disgusting.
She does not drink Fiji.
It's thick. That water is thick for some reason.
You know what's crazy? Water in water bottles does really taste different.
Yeah, they do. But I say Voss water because anybody knows that when you're Zen and when you raise your vibration, the last thing you want to do, like, you're high off yourself, getting that natural high. And like, you know, we'll get into it when he's like, you know, basically in the hook when he's saying Zen the fuck out, signal going in and out and stuff. Like, it's, you Zen, you on your shit. You're not trying to lower. Honestly, guys, I know it sounds contrary to the belief, but this shit does lower your vibration. In the moment when you drink it and you feel good and but it does lower your vibration.
I will agree with you on that.
That's the reason why they push it. And they won't really push weed. I mean, we're getting a little bit better with it, but
yeah. I agree with you. It's like liquor in its entirety does lower your vibration. It lowers your awareness. It lowers everything.
Is that contradictory to this show though? Because it's Bar2Bar, we had a whole bar.
I mean, for what we talk about and the name of the show,
Yeah.
I mean, I would think, yeah, it is contradictory.
I think it's not bad because we don't do it like, we don't go crazy, obviously. We'll only take a few shots per show.
That is true.
You see me, I'm trying to do a little bit better.
And it's not like we drink every day.
Yeah, I actually really don't. If it wasn't for the show, I probably wouldn't drink at all on a daily basis. I mean, on a weekly basis. Like I used to, bro. It's so crazy what we can get into the whole thing, but really quick, like, it's so crazy what I used to drink. When I go out to drink now, like, say I just, you know, go see my friends at the bar, this, that, and the third, just once in a while, dead ass, I'm recovering the whole next day. Even if I'm not hungover, like, it's like I need to just go slow.
Right.
And I think it's not just the liquor. I think it's the overstimulation of being around so many people. I think I'm getting used to, or my psyche's getting used to just being in isolation or being around just a few people at a time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
So, like, when you're in a room full of humans and the music is loud and
everybody drinking, everybody's pouring up some shape or form.
So it's crazy. I'm like, dang, this used to be my life. I'm over here acting like I've been out of it for years, but literally it's crazy what 3 months of like working on yourself will do. Or just being outside of it will do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer. It's Voss water. It's them people that come to the bar and still tip you real good.
Right.
But
don't get no liquor at all whatsoever.
Yeah, might buy you a shot.
Right. Hey, you want a shot?
Get him what he wants.
Right.
So, I mean, add my water to it.
Facts.
Hey, so love those customers. Anyways, let's check some ID. So you did tell me that you listened to this whole album once upon a time.
Sure did.
So do you remember when this came out?
2021.
Nope.
No.
That's probably when you listened to it, but that's not when it came out.
So it was 2020?
Yeah.
It came out during
4th. It did come out
during COVID. Yeah.
And I remember when it came out too because I was so excited.
That's crazy.
I was on my way. I was getting ready to go on a trip, and
it was towards the end. It was when things, not towards the end, it was when things were starting to open back up slowly because at the beginning of 2020.
Outside of Atlanta.
Right.
Atlanta opened up in May.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I made all my monies.
I was in Hawaii and everything was still closed.
Oh, yeah. That's
horribly.
all. In Atlanta, we was outside popping.
Wow.
Going crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, man. One of these days, I'm going to get it right on the first try. One of these days.
Yeah, and the music video was released September 17th, 2020.
Okay.
Do you think this record could work in the future?
I think because of Big Sean and what his and the way he raps, I mean, it's
Zen the fuck out.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think it will work. I definitely think it will work in the past. Future, for sure. I mean, it's Big Sean. Come on.
I think the musicality of the record. I honestly think the musicality of the record wouldn't work in the past, like 90s, 80s, you know, stuff like that. Even the 2000s. In the 2000s, it would have been way ahead of its time. It might been one of those like, yo, what is this? This is nuts, right?
Right.
But that Travis Scott sound is
Straight up.
very Travis Scott. It's very of the times. It's very now.
Yeah.
And I remember when Travis was first coming on the scene, and he was like, I just know him from collabing with, I believe it was 2 Chainz and T.I.
Yes.
And
I remember.
that sound, it wasn't registering to me yet because I didn't know that was going to be his signature sound.
Mm-hmm.
But those who got it. It was like an if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you had some OGs that picked up on that shit early. So I think maybe in the early 2000s that could have happened too. In the future, honestly, it depends if people still fucking with that Travis Scott sound. That shit hasn't changed.
It has. Travis Scott has the same ad libs.
Which I don't mind his ad libs.
No, not at all. It's not bad.
His sound has not changed, in my opinion. Like it all sounds like
some dark, twisted.
Well, it's not even that. It just all
me.
sounds like they all could be on the same compilation. They all could be on the same album. Like all of his records, all of it can coincide on the same. Like you know when Travis Scott is on a record, even his collabs. Like this was a collab, clearly. Even his collabs, he has. I think it's called Low on SZA's album, and you could tell that's a Travis Scott song. Like all of it could be on the same. It could be one album of 100 songs. Like all of it. And it's not to say that songs are bad. It's just the sound doesn't change. So it really depends in the future if people still want to hear that sound.
Yeah, you're right. Because Travis Scott, going back to his first album, or first mixtape that I remember, Last Rodeo, it all sounds the same. Just like you said, it really does.
Yeah, so
But it's still fire. Right now, it's still fire. Who's to say that a couple years from now, people are starting to not listen anymore because they like, you need to change it up. But I don't think so. Everybody loved Travis.
Who knows? They was quick to turn on him after Astroworld, so I don't know.
You're right. They was quick to turn on him.
But we talking about Big Sean,
But they was still
the
buying
big
shit.
homie.
Yeah.
Because literally,
D-Town.
really, really, really think he is. Not only is he crazy talented, he introduced me to the law of attraction, and I did not know what the hell that was before Big Sean. I didn't know anything about manifestation and none of that shit before that, man. And honestly, I remember when I was like, just from watching, he used to do these voiceover vlogs, like back in 2012, 2013, and 2013 is when I discovered some of them, and I was like, I remember watching some of them I think it was one called Reality, and he was basically talking about how he can turn anything into his reality, and I was just like, what is he talking? What is this law of attraction? And he was like, I read books on it. You could look it up, and I'm like, I remember watching it for the first time, and I'm like, okay, all right. But then I remembered that, and it was like probably some weeks or maybe a month or so later. I went back to watch it because I was like, I think there's something in this. Let me go back and watch it, and the rest is history. So let's go ahead.
It's power in the words.
And get into the bars of Zen the fuck out. Zen the fuck out. Live with no doubt. Sorry. All right, so he does start off with the hook, but I don't want to start off with the hook yet. His first verse, he starts off saying, hold up, I'm losing my mind because people keep talking. Niggas be lying, bitches be crying. I be like, God, please slow down one at a time. And that's basically the gist of motherfucking life without fucking meditation. You know what I'm saying? To me, when he's like, God, please slow down one at a time, that's basically when you take time to like, okay, I need to chill out. That's a point where that might mean that, okay, I need to meditate and talk to God, because you can meditate and talk to God.
Right.
So a few episodes ago, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before that, we talked a tiny bit about meditation, and I was like, wait, let's just say that.
Yeah. I remember that. You said you want to discuss further.
Yes. And so before I read the quote from Big Sean, I'm trying to think if I kind of want you to kind of like talk about your experience with meditation.
I can.
Yeah.
I can. So a while back, I tried to meditate, and being completely honest with you, I did not take it serious. So meditation is different from prayer, in my opinion.
Okay.
When I first did it, I fell asleep meditating. Just sitting there. I didn't know, I was just sitting there, eyes closed, trying to close the world out, and what I'm saying, just trying to go deep into thought and just clear my mind. Mm-hmm. During which is when I fell asleep.
Okay.
So that's and I've only meditated or tried to meditate one time, and that was the only time I did it ever. And then after that, I never tried it again. Not to say there's anything wrong with it. I just never tried it again. Never thought about giving it another try. So I don't know if I did it right.
Where were you?
I was in the bedroom when I did it.
Your bedroom?
Yeah.
You said if you did it right.
Right, yeah. Like I feel like there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way. I feel like I did it wrong.
Myth number 1: there's no wrong way to meditate.
Really?
I mean, don't fall asleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that was the
form of meditation.
Okay.
Obviously.
I mean,
you're breathing, you're calm, you're asleep. It's just the deepest level outside of death, obviously. You know what I mean? But in a way, it is a form of meditation, but there's actually not a wrong way to do it if you're actually doing it.
Well, I just learned something new today, y'all. Thank you, Nicolette.
I want to ask you some more questions before I just say things.
Okay.
Because I just really want to know like your pure answers to it without knowing the information first.
Okay.
Dang, it was something I was going to ask you. Dang, I can't remember. But anyways.
It'll come back.
Oh, you said that you wanted to clear your mind. Yeah, what was your reasoning for it? Just to clear your mind? What did you feel like you need to clear your mind from?
So at the time, the person that I was with said that we should try this. So then I had never tried it, and she had done it before. So I said, okay, why not? You know what I'm saying? Introduced me to something new that could possibly be, what's the word? Positive, enlightening. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll try it. And that was the reason that I tried it. I didn't have anything going on outside of.
Do you remember what was happening in your mind, or how long you tried to do it for? Do you know what the time was? Do you remember?
I think it was like 30 minutes. I want to say.
Okay.
But I don't remember the exact time. I don't remember what was on my mind. This was back in, I want to say, 2016.
That's interesting. Well, I will say this. I think that falling asleep, in my opinion, when you meditate, because it happens to the best of us, sometimes it still happens to me. And I told you that's the reason why it doesn't happen to me anymore is because I don't meditate anymore like soon as I wake up.
Right.
I used to do it soon as I wake up and still be in bed. And I'm prone to fall back asleep because it's a comfortable position.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not fully awake, or if I am, the bed's so comfortable, I don't want to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how you were positioned? Were you sitting on the floor, sitting
in
a chair?
Laying in the bed.
Just laid,
just laid back. But it was like, it was afternoon though, so it wasn't first thing after waking up, and it was, you know what I mean? So I thought I'd be all right. But
in my opinion, for people who don't meditate, I wouldn't recommend doing it in a position that would put you to sleep, or like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because you are conditioned to go to sleep when you lie down. And
your eyes are closed. And
right.
It's quiet.
Especially for people who can fall asleep anywhere. My best friend, she can fall asleep anywhere. Mm-hmm. Okay? She can fall asleep standing up. So
same here.
Yeah, so I wouldn't obviously put you in a position of that.
Right.
So
okay.
A little bit of my advice. We're going to get into these bars, guys, some more. But this is I love this. I geek out.
Okay. Okay. Teach me.
What else? I think when you fall asleep, it's not necessarily you don't have control of your mind, but you just kind of let your mind do its own thing.
Right.
People think that I can't control my thoughts. I can't this, that, and the third. And it's not even trying to control it. It's because your thoughts, you aren't your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand that you can take a step out of it. But we know this. Let me tell you why people know this. You ever seen a scene, or maybe you went through it, or you know somebody that came to you and they were in a frenzy, like something happened and they were in a panic. What's the first thing you tell that person to do when they're trying to explain to you?
Calm down.
Exactly. Breathe.
Right.
Calm down. So you can sort through your words and figure it out.
Right,
You know,
right.
and tell me how to help you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We tell that to little kids when they're like, you know, anybody that's in a frenzy, right?
Absolutely.
What's another good way to explain? Like, I'll say this really quick because I can go on and on and on about this, y'all. But one thing I do know is, like, with meditation, a lot of people think it's not for everyone. And honestly, in my opinion, it is for everyone because if you're breathing, you're like, that's meditation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that.
Breathing. When you're in class and you're learning something, you're breathing in and out, focusing to learn the subject.
Okay.
If I'm sitting here teaching you how to do this one, this, that, and the third, you're calm and you're breathing in and out. If you stop breathing, you'll die. You know what I'm saying? You're focused. There's so many different ways that meditation comes into play. It's not just sitting in silence, which is the best because it's the best way to center yourself, in my opinion. Say you are upset. Your girl make you mad. Your nigga, you know, tripping, this, that, and the third. You need to take a walk. What do you think that walk is?
Meditation.
Exactly.
That's
Or
crazy.
I need to go
Never
for a
thought about
drive.
that. Yeah.
I need to go for a drive. You know what I'm saying? Or people who zone out when they go running. I need to run.
Yo, I
You
used
know
to
what I'm
runner's
saying?
high. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even people who zone out when they play basketball, they're focused on working on a technique. It's about focus. The thing you should do when you're meditating is finding focus. So either you're focused on your breathing, or sometimes they tell you focus on that one sound in the room. It might be the air conditioner, it might be the rain outside, you know? But it should be total silence. And when you focus, you're still gonna have thoughts that come in and out. You're not brain dead.
Right,
It's
right.
not about stopping thoughts. You're not brain dead. Your brain is going to think thoughts. It's about sorting through them and being able to push them away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Push whatever you don't need to worry about right now.
Absolutely.
It's about learning how to focus.
So now that you say that, I might have been meditating, you know what I'm saying, for a while and didn't even know it. I went to counseling before. When I was in the military, I had to go to counseling for a little bit. And crazy thing is, the counselor gave me this app to help with my breathing. And the app would, you know, randomly throughout the day, it would tell me it's time to do your breathing. So then I would step away, stop what I was doing, deep breath in, let it out. Deep breath in, let it out. And it was to help with my anxiety. And now that you have put that into, like, saying that you have perspective, saying that you don't have to be sitting down cross leg with your hands out or whatever the case may be, or just sitting down to be meditating. It could simply be eyes open, taking a deep breath, collecting yourself, calming yourself down. And when I tell you that helped out so much, my anxiety started, like, whenever I get anxiety now, that's what I do. Just take a deep breath in and then let it out. And then try to focus on what the problem is.
Exactly.
And then then try to figure out a solution.
Because once you calm yourself and center yourself, you're more likely to make the better decision in the moment.
Yes.
You know
That is so true.
One time, really quick, my friend was like, because we were in a group chat and was expressing to the girls I was in the group chat with that I was feeling kind of lost. This was like sometime last year. I was feeling kind of lost and just overwhelmed and stuff.
Right.
And one of my homegirls at the time, she was like, well, if you meditate every day, like, why do you still feel like this? And I had to explain to her, I was like, just because you meditate doesn't mean that you're never going to experience negative emotion ever again. And that's what people think, like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. Like, I meditated this morning and I still got mad tonight. Or I still cried. Or I still this, that, and a third. Meditation is a tool to help you center yourself, focus, not make the rash decision. Sometimes you still do because you're human. You're gonna get angry.
People forget that.
But the thing is, it's about focusing through it and, you know, choosing the better decisions. I still get angry. I still blow up sometimes. And I remember I told you I had that issue with control. But the reason why I knew I had that is because I had to stop and be like, why the fuck did I spiral? What was that about? And I was like, oh, I have a control issue. why do I have this control issue? Oh, I think I'm running out of time. Why do you think you're running out of time? Oh, because I felt like I wasted a lot of time. If
All
you stop
connected.
and
Yeah.
think, you can better deal with how to move on. Let me tell you, my issue with control is getting a lot better. It's not the best, but it's getting better.
I mean, you realized what the issue was, and you started taking the proper steps to control the control.
Yep. Okay, so let me get into this quote really quick from Big Sean. He says, I literally feel like I'm lifting my vibration up higher or to a higher place of just... Wait.
Wait.
I literally feel like I'm lifting my vibration up to a higher place of just to be successful. I don't know why it says it like that. And it all starts right there for me. You can't do it right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way in doing it. The fact that you take the time out to just be with yourself, to breathe. Your mind is going to race all over the place sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. You bring it back to your breath. You bring it back to whatever you're listening to, and just the fact that you took that time out to breathe and spend time with yourself, you're going to feel incredible, and you're going to feel an incredible difference every time. And that was on a EXO Nico article, I think last year. He says that. I encourage you guys, honestly, I'm not trying to convince anybody that they need to meditate. I just think it'll be super beneficial. I don't want it to seem because to me, meditation is my religion.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I just kind of feel like if you find interest in it, look up Big Sean's his podcast interview with Jay Shetty. That's Jay Shetty, Shetty. You've probably seen him around.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be a monk, and he has 2 interviews with Big Sean on his podcast.
Okay.
I think they're a year apart, and they're great, like really, really good. Big Sean also has, like I was telling you, the voiceover vlogs he used to do, like way back in the day, and I think those are really cool. They're pretty basic on how he was able to manifest the things in his life.
Okay.
Which is super dope. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to some more bars. The song was only 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
The song was not long at all.
But it got straight to the point.
Right.
I loved it.
Zen the fuck out.
What's another one? Okay, so I can't invite you random hoes to my house because your energy too whack. That is self-explanatory, baby. Don't come by me. Honestly, I be feeling like you can't even, I don't even want people in my bubble. So these days, this isolation shit really be amazing.
Do you feel like since you've stopped working in the nightlife and you've been in your own space a lot more, that has also played a part in helping you with your meditation, when you meditate, it's like you just feel more empowered in a sense, I guess?
It brought me back to not just going through the motions. Sometimes when you do something enough times, you go through the emotions of it. And you have to find reasons to remember your why.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, when you work so many hours in nightlife, or if you're just working really late and you're obviously drinking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll still meditate in the morning or the afternoon. That's when I would wake up. Yeah. And honestly, sometimes I would just go through the motions. But that's because I'm also skipping it was never a thing for me, and it still is never a thing for me because I'm genuinely afraid to see what would happen if I leave my vibration at whatever the vibes around me sets it to.
Right.
As opposed to me controlling it. Like he says, he's I literally feel like I'm raising my vibration. Mm-hmm. No, that's dead ass.
Yeah.
Now I feel like my set point is a little bit higher than what the just waking up and just going would
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when I have a bad day and I meditated, I'll stop and think to myself. I said this in therapy once to my therapist, and she was like, "Wow, that's a really, really great way to look at it." I was like, if I'm having a bad day and I meditated, I would hate to see what my day looks like if I didn't meditate. Because I know that I centered myself. So for me, I don't never look at it like it's not working. for me, it's like, what the fuck would have happened had I not taken the time to actually sit down and center myself? You know what I mean? Like,
you would have centered somebody's ass.
Man, let me tell you. So, you know,
I see why it's important.
It's so great.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I definitely
But
understand.
I never want anyone to feel like, oh, you need to do it and this, that, and the third. Because in me, finding that journey on my own makes it it resonates with me more. Religion never resonated with me like that. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I believe in higher power. But in my own way, like I grew up Catholic, Catholicism has never once resonated with me. And I studied it all my life, all the way up until I was 15. So, like, it did nothing for me. I never wanted to go to church. So when it came to meditation, it just felt right for me. So, you know, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you want to continue how you want to, hey, it's no judgment here.
It's not for everybody, and you're not telling them, hey, go meditate. Everybody. Well, it should be for everybody, but it's not you saying go meditate. It's saying, here, you know, here's an option to help you get through the day sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just try it out.
Not trying to Jesus freak you or anything.
Yeah, we're not them.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
We're not knocking on your door, you know, Saturday morning trying to talk your head off.
But let's see. Let's continue on these bars. We don't have that much to go. On top with that, a verse that he said, well, I can't invite y'all. Well, no. What did he say? I can't invite you random hoes to my house because your energy too whack. And then he says, I can't waste the sex on you. And you give everything, and give you everything, you can't give me back. And when I tell you, when you be working on your body, y'all know I've been working that for 3 months now, and
going
just
crazy.
eating good, and you know, working on my mental, and just taking time for me way more serious now. I can't just give my body to no city boy. I already didn't want city boys before, right? I was done with them in 2022. Child, it's literally probably one of the most cockiest things I feel, but it's just like, yo, the other day I put on my stories that I am my own crush.
Right.
And dead ass.
How many dudes said something?
I don't even care because half of them are open, and then some of them, you know, a little laugh kiki here and there. But I was just like, man, for me to do all this work and give my body to a city boy? No. Could you imagine? Man.
Wouldn't you feel like you just wasted your time?
Yeah. And then I just found out that my crush has a girlfriend, so it's a wrap for everybody.
Damn.
Because to me, when you have a girlfriend, you're just instantly unattractive. Because it's like,
damn.
Oh, Lord, I ain't about to do this with you.
Damn.
I work too hard on my body, honey. I mean, I would have never done it before, but definitely not doing that shit now. But yeah, I just kind of feel like, can't have sex with you, honey, and give you everything. You can't even give that back to me. Because you don't even know yourself. You don't even know yourself, honey. Anyways. Let's see what else I got here. This was a really cool one. So he says, if you don't have the same vision, then you can't exchange contacts. Do you see the double entendre in there? So it's self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. If you don't have the same vision, then we can't exchange contacts.
Yes.
And
contacts,
you couldn't exchange contact
lenses.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see out your contacts,
right.
Nigga. We don't share the same vision.
Yeah. Okay, Big Sean.
Yeah. So
I see that. That's fire. That is actually pretty fire.
I mean, it's Big Sean. And right. I really want to take the time with that one too to talk about like manifesting. Like for me, like with people with the visions, I think the one thing that I'm lacking right now is being around people who are going hard like me in my field. I kind of feel like dead ass, like, I don't know if you know this, Will, but I literally think about this pod and work on this pod or do something for this pod every single day of the week.
I know.
Every single day.
I noticed.
It'll be random where I'll just text him like, yo, we should do this, da da da. And sometimes I'm out I'm outside
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have these random things. And
She
I've
damn
called
so
them
do.
drunk before, like, yo, like,
She damn so has.
and it's crazy because I can't stop and I love it. And I just feel like I want more of that around me, more of that energy. I do kind of feel like alone in the sense that, yo, I need people who know more about just the entertainment space in general. I don't think there's enough people in my life. Really, there's only 2 people in my life. And really, it's one because one is attached to her. So I'm not really around that other person. But really, it's just one person. And we're not in the same field, but we're not in the same field. So like I want to be around people who are doing what I do, but better. So
Right.
that I can learn and I can be better so that I can get more opportunities outside of this and, you know, just grow and bring some opportunities back to this and just do all of that. Like the way that I go hard, I can't remember what song it was. It's kind of an honorable mention too. But on one of Big Sean's, I can't remember which one it was. If it was Palisades, Harder Than My Demons, or I know it wasn't this song. He was saying like, I'm doing stuff I don't have to do. And it was, matter of fact, I think it was Harder Than My Demons. And he was like, I'm doing things I don't have to do. Basically talking about working. And I just think about all the stuff that I know that I don't necessarily have to do this, but honestly, yo, if I don't tell y'all nothing else, everything is in the details. That's where quality comes from. Literally, when I'm doing clips, promo clips for this pod, I could just
She could throw something together and just be done with it.
I could literally just take a clip and just put it up.
That's it.
I don't do that. I rearrange things. I put shit around. I clear dead space. Even the smallest bit of dead space that's not even a second long. You probably wouldn't think to take that out. But it's all in the details. And the only way you can pay attention to details is by observing. I'm always observing. I'm like, yo, Will, don't put emojis in this. I'm noticing that on these people, they're successful. They're not using emojis. They're do it this way. And it's because I'm like, I can't stop. And I'm like, damn, if I'm like this and I know that I'm not even going as hard as some of these other people, I want to be around these other people so I can go harder.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And see how they balance it, see how they do it, see how, you know, things that I don't know, how to grow in this space, how to, you know, really turn this business into something big. So I will need people with the same vision as me or a better vision or, you know what I mean?
No, I absolutely agree. Being in the same room with the same folks that not the same folks, but with the folks that have done what you're doing but are now further along.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. That's how you get better. That's how you be able to sit there and pick their brains and see like, how did you do this? What did you do there? How did you do this? When you did that? Like, when did you start to realize that this was it for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, folks don't realize that you got to surround yourself with those type of people.
Do you feel like you're surrounded by enough people or some people?
And I feel like I'm surrounded by some people that want the same thing that I want. I do some. That's not a lot, cause I don't really.
Y'all can hear my stomach. It's digesting my protein, y'all.
That thing is talking.
It's okay.
But I feel like I am surrounded by a few people. I don't have a big circle. I really don't.
My thing too is I don't. Yeah, I don't even want to date nobody. I'm not dating right now. I don't want to. But I don't even want to date somebody that don't take care of themselves. Like, I know I keep talk about working out and stuff, but I don't even want to date somebody that doesn't work out because, honestly, I kind of feel like because I love it and I do see the difference in how I feel with it, I want somebody, because when I date somebody, you my nigga, I'm around you. I'm around. Okay?
There.
I wake. So I don't ever want to take the time or ever want to risk like we wake up together and because you're not working out and because you don't work out, I'm not going to work out. And it's not to say that I won't do that. It's just I don't ever want that to be an excuse. I feel like you are who you're around. They say you are who the 5 closest people to you.
I never heard that, but I understand what you're saying.
No, that's a thing. You can even look it up. It's a saying. You are the closest. You are like the closest 5 people to you. It's a way to say it. I don't remember it. But the closest 5 people in your life, that's who you are, basically. And that's another thing where I'm like, I need more people in my life that have this like that have the same vision, that, you know, are doing things, actually doing the things, and not just saying I want this and I want that. I have a lot of want people in my life, and I used to be a I want person. And this year I wanted my body to change. I'm not saying never, just in the past year I wasn't taking it serious, but I still wanted my body to change, just didn't do it. It was always, girl, I need to work out. I need to this. I need to not. I shouldn't even be eating this, girl. But then you know what I'm saying? But I turned into that. I turned into something that's better for me. And I just kind of feel like even dating, like, I don't even want that to be an excuse. He's going to be one of the 5 closest people to me, and that's important to me now.
Skin.
So
I agree with you.
Yeah, baby, if you in a gym, holla at me in about 2 years. Anyways, what else do we got? Oh, the honorable mentions. Some more honorable mentions I have is from Big Sean just dropped a song with Larry June called Palisades. I don't know is it Palisades?
I thought it was Palisades.
Palisades? That's what they say in the song. But you know, rappers be saying shit how they want to say it.
That is true.
So, because Dom Perignon is not Dom Perignon.
Absolutely not.
It's Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon.
Basically, in Palisades, he says, if you're not getting richer every year, then you just backwards hustling. If you're not getting richer every year, that shit hurt me. I felt red.
I wouldn't even call it hustling.
Well, Big Sean said that, not Larry June.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
Let me tell you something. All these
Progression.
years, I've been building castles for other motherfuckers. I will work my shift, work on their castle, work on their dream, go home and lay down.
Damn, I never thought about it like that.
How that make sense?
It don't.
How I couldn't take 10 seconds, not 10 seconds, but 10 minutes at least to work on my castle. Because I know I had a castle in mind. I had a dream in mind.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, I can wake up, work 12 hours for this piece of shit, and then I go home and I lay down.
12 hours, huh?
Like, exactly.
No, I know.
12 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, doesn't matter. If I can take 4 hours to work for your castle,
why can't I take 2 hours for myself?
Right.
To work on my castle.
Even if, and I get it, a lot of the times people have cars, people have bills, people have kids.
True, they got cars
multiple
too.
jobs, and I get it. It pays the bills. That's why you're going. I get that. I'm not telling you not to go to work.
Right.
I'm just saying you have to understand that you're building other people's dreams.
Don't forget about yours.
A lot of the times you neglect yours, and I had to be real with me because I don't want to be preachy, but I'm telling you
that's my job. I'm the preachy one.
That was me, and it's just like, man, you building other people's castles, honey. Like, take at least 15 minutes, girl. Like Nicolette, take at least 15 minutes. And write something down. You know what I'm saying?
What was it? The post. I started doing the sticky notes, putting them on the window, on the mirror, and like reading self affirmations. Affirmations.
If it works
talk to myself
for you,
and stuff like that. Yep, absolutely.
If it works,
you got to speak
cool,
it.
But,
Isn't that Big Sean?
But you
got to speak it.
But you actually got to do it.
That too. I mean, along with speaking it, you have to actually do it as well. Yes,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? Because, man, the difference is crazy from just speaking it to doing it. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that. Talking about driving a car and actually driving a car, 2 different things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're both part of manifestation. And I just kind of feel like a lot of the times we put so much into other people's castles, our bosses' castles, who would never even give a fuck about your own castle. If they had to help you with your castle,
they wouldn't. They say that they would say that, oh, you got a job. That's me giving you, you know what I'm saying? That's me trying to help you because they gave you a job type shit. So that's wrong. Up, and that's really, absolutely. But there's people out there like, there are bosses out there that are like that. Like, yeah, I gave you a job. That's me helping you. Like, huh?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But they want you there every day of the week.
And I say all that to say, like he was saying, if you're not getting richer every year, then you backwards hustling. And that was true because to me, working on other people's castles, it can be backwards hustling if you aren't elevating as you go, and if you're not taking time to build your own. Yeah, because even if you don't get richer financially, mm-hmm. you can still make progress, hustle on your own shit. So like, if you started hustling in March, and it's only a quarter done, in April, you got a quarter done.
Right.
The time is going to pass regardless.
Absolutely.
That time, you might as well just start.
It's what you do with the time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? This is all the things that I said to me. I'm not preaching to nobody. This is literally all the stuff I had to like. By the end of my time working at the bar we used to work at, this was my thought process this whole time.
All of this.
And you know who knows it? Isaiah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Isaiah.
Shout out.
Shout out Milo Blue. His fashion design, his clothing, clothing line.
Clothing line.
Couldn't think the name. He's a fashion designer. That's his clothing line. Shout out to him. Me and him would have a lot of talks. And me and him, I remember saying that to him like, damn, we was here 12 hours. And to go home and lay down.
That's all you would want to do after you got done with the 12 hours.
And I get it, but I also don't want to be here.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
No,
but
absolutely.
I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be at this person's castle,
right.
but I'm there.
I
know I'm tired and I don't want to do the work on it, but I did it for this person's castle. I did it for someone else's castle, which is not even a guaranteed job. This castle can eject me at any point. Just saying. Anyways, let's move on. We get the point. Another honorable mention is from Big Sean's Harder Than My Demons. He said, quit my fucking job. That's when the real work started. I mean,
that right there is Nicolette all day. Because when she quit her job,
man,
that was it.
Baby, I be stressed.
That was it.
I be stressed, but I got a side, honey. Because I just be doing so much moving around. And although my schedule is still flexible and I'm able to move things how I want them, to what I got going on. But it's like, honestly, I really feel like the real work start. I haven't worked. It's so crazy. Working on your own shit and feeling and like being tired from it. Like, for instance, only one of the promos was up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Only one of the promos was up the other episode at a time. Sometimes that happens.
Right.
And I want to tell you one of the reasons why I do that. I have a lot of the times I'm always staring at a screen, and it's like I can't stare at a screen anymore. I have to not do it. It's not because I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. It's because I literally can't stare at the screen anymore.
I never thought you were lazy. Far from thinking that.
So Absolutely. It's like it's so much work to do, and it's that's when the real work started, y'all. That's when the real work started. But it feels good because, like, even after a long day of doing, working on stuff for what I want to do with my life,
right?
It's so much more rewarding to, like, go home and lay down. You know what I mean? Because it's like, whew, I did all of this for it today. Cool.
And you did it all for you.
Yeah.
Not for somebody. You was building your castle, not somebody else's castle.
And now when I go outside, I don't feel no guilt at all. Unless I know I shouldn't be spending money because I'm on a new budget.
Yeah, that's
Other than that, I don't feel no guilt at all. I used to feel guilty like, dang, I should really be at home recording. I should really be at home doing this.
Doing something for yourself.
And I wouldn't, but now it's just smooth sailing when it comes to that part. But
so compared to now, from now compared to when you first quit your job and said fuck it, how's your mental?
Every day is different, honestly.
Okay.
Because a few days ago I was mentally exhausted.
I seen that.
I had put it on my notes. And it wasn't even the full day yet. It was like the half. And I was like, okay, I have to unplug. Because this, and that's from meditation, being able to step back and be like, yo, this is not normal. I don't feel like this on a normal basis. Yeah. This is not just something I can muscle through. Right. I'm way too aware, like, what the fuck is happening? Phone was actually on airplane mode, because motherfuckers don't care about Do Not Disturb. So phone was on airplane mode. I just couldn't. I couldn't answer questions. I couldn't, like, I had to stop. Because when you work for yourself, it's constantly it's just entrepreneurs know there's no real break. Right? No, there is no real break. You're just always, especially when you're passionate about it, you're just always thinking about new stuff for it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm working on a big project with one of my clients, and that's her passion, and she's constantly thinking about it. And I'm there, to help. I'm assisting, and it was just like, yo, this is a lot.
Yeah.
I need to just kind of chill for a second. Like, why do
Right.
I feel like, and it wasn't that I was sad or mad or nothing. It was just like, it just felt like brain fog. Like, yo, I'm exhausted. I can't stare at a screen. I just need to like breathe.
Right.
So I put my phone on airplane mode, and then I took a nap, woke up, just kind of chilled. And then, one thing that I found is a new hobby of mine. I love doing my nails. I actually broke one earlier today. But I love doing my nails, and I had to fix one of my nails that broke. And that day of feeling mental exhaustion, I basically just did my nail, and it's so relaxing.
To do your own nails.
It's so like satisfying. Like
It doesn't like, I don't know.
I love it.
Okay.
And so that's a thing too. Find a hobby that if you're just feeling overwhelmed, because
Find a hobby to take your mind off of things.
when
That's
that
also
real
a
work
form of
kick
meditation.
yeah. All right. I do have one more bar, but it's basically just. I just like this bar because I think it's cold as fuck.
Okay.
He said at the end, he was like, "I'm more like Coach, how I motivate mine. You more like Ref, how you play both sides." I couldn't really relate that to my life because I'm like, I don't have anyone in my life that plays both sides, but I was like, oh, that's cold though.
That is a cold verse.
I'm more like Coach, what does it motivate mine?
Yeah, because you're as a coach, you're just motivating your players.
Yeah, but as a ref, you playing both sides.
You got to be on both sides.
Get
of
him
the
out of
fence.
here.
You gotta be on both
Zen
sides
the
of
fuck out.
fence.
Zen the fuck out.
Nah, man, Big Sean is a lyricist. I'm telling you.
Of course. If you slept on him before, wake up. All right, let's get into my 86, then we can tip the bar and get out of here. I've been rambling on and on about this, but I don't know if y'all can see how passionate I am about
No,
this
your
subject.
passion is
I
definitely
love
there.
it.
I wouldn't call it rambling. I'd call it speaking on what you know.
Yeah.
And your passion. Huh? That's dope.
Yep. All right, my 86 is, actually, this one is not even like, okay, I'll just let you answer and I'll tell you why I did this one.
Okay, bet.
When you're running late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather 86, meditating for 10 minutes, arriving late, but your day goes smooth as hell,
Mm-hmm.
or not meditating and you're on time, but you're having a shitty day?
I'm telling you right now, instantly, I'm going to be 10 minutes late because I'm meditating so I can have a great day.
So why the fuck don't people meditate? Dead ass, like, it's not negotiable for me. You know, it was one time in my first nightlife job, they had a brunch, and I started working their brunch, and we had to be there at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I would work at night, like, so get off at like 3 and be there at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning.
That's
you
crazy.
know that I would leave my house, get there, roll the little silverware we had to roll because I was a waitress at the time, leave, make enough time because we were open at 10, make enough time to go in the bathroom or go to my car and meditate. And you can ask some of my old coworkers that, well, y'all don't know them, but anyway. No, like, dead ass. I could not, especially because dealing with brunch, and our brunch was poppy. Dealing with that crowd.
Brunch crowd is a different beast. One of the jobs I work at right now has brunch, and them brunch crowds.
No, y'all be at brunch. Y'all be outside. Y'all know.
Them
Imagine
brunch
dealing with that
crowds
every
are
week.
different.
Every week, you're dealing with these drunks. Every week, you're dealing with these bougie people, men, women, and non-binary that are,
that.
think
How
they're
about
too
the
good
cheap-
for this and the third.
The cheap ones, the ones that come in there looking like they got money, but then want to complain about every motherfucking thing. Oh
and
my
then you got
God.
older women, you know what I'm saying? It's just a mess dealing with all those
Big
different
mess.
personalities. You deal with them already, but brunch, I don't know what it is. They be going ham. And then we had management that sucked and got on my nerves. I hated the brunch management. It was only one guy I liked, but then he stopped working brunch, and Lord Jesus. So I had to meditate, okay? So either make time for it or I'm going to be late. But I know that if I'm late, it's going to go better than it would be
if you were on time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On time and didn't meditate. I just know that. I experienced it.
And I'm telling you, working in that field, you would rather be late and have a great day than be on time and have a bad day. I'm telling you, because it's going to be continuous going on.
But you see how easy that 86 was? So it's
Yeah,
kind of like,
really easy,
if
really
you know
simple.
that's kind of one of the benefits. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to be late. I'll take whatever they got to say. Hey, why are you late? Oh, sorry.
Child, still alive. Traffic or whatever, but
Something.
baby, because people don't take meditation.
My
serious.
cat was up in the tree.
Okay, now we're going a little far.
My dog ate my homework. Sorry.
You don't have no homework. You're a grown man. That's
If you're in school, you have homework.
okay.
Currently not in school. Don't worry, I will be getting in. What's your next one? What you got next? What you got for us next?
No, we could just tip the bar and get up out of here. I need to come down from this extra high because I could talk about this every day. I don't have to come down.
You was Zen right now. I mean, like the whole episode. This was you.
Zen the fuck out. Zen the fuck out. And I'm almost done with my editing, so I just have to do a little bit and then I can send the invoice. The invoice.
You know what that invoice mean.
Yeah. Moolah. So I'm having a good day.
That's great.
Having a great day. My tip for the bar, we're gonna tip the bar now. For those of you that are new, this is just when we give advice at the end of the bar. Hence, tip the bar, a tip for you. So my tip for the bar this week is what I said earlier, to work on your own castle. Don't neglect that. Because even if you just do 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes every other day, you did something.
Yeah.
You know, you're not starting from scratch when you do go to start, if you do have more time on your hands. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So just make sure to be aware and work on your own castle.
My tip for the bar is going to be don't be afraid to try something new. And what I mean by that is for those that don't meditate, which like this episode for me, not going to lie, has been very informative about meditation.
I don't mean to cut you off, but do you see how we didn't even indulge in the spirits? Because we was Zen the fuck.
It's great.
Sorry, continue.
No, but it's been really informative. I learned a lot about meditation. Like I did not know that you can meditate without closing your eyes and whatnot. Like you can literally just meditate by taking deep breaths, listening to rainfall and things of that nature. Whatever soothes you, helps you get through whatever you're going through. Don't be scared to try something different to help you get through those things.
Also, you said that when you first used it for 30 minutes. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, because then you're going to fall asleep.
Did you do it with that's what I wanted to ask you and I couldn't remember. Did you do it with like guided or was it just pure silence?
It was just pure silence. No guided, no. You know how they have the ones where it tells you to sit there.
Yeah, that's guided.
Yeah. It wasn't like
I
that.
use guided mostly. Like
Okay.
probably 60% of the time.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times it's just pure silence. I have a app. Actually, the app I use, I could tell y'all, is called, that's another tip. It's called Insight Timer.
Okay.
Insight Timer. You could pay for the premium version, but it's free, really. I use the free version. I've been using it since 2017. Another good one that's good for beginners is called, I know people like Calm, but I don't have experience with Calm. But the other one is called, Headspace. That one is paid subscription, but you can have a few months off or maybe a month off when you first like a trial.
Signed up, yeah.
If you like it, you can continue to use it. Beginning wise, they have like cute little animations and stuff like that. So it kind of helps with understanding the process. For me, animation's going to do it for me every time. I love a good animation, honey.
Right.
When I'm learning. So those are some resources to start. But I would always tell a beginner to try a guided one first.
I mean, you also got YouTube. That is also like another.
There's meditations on there too.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube has everything.
Yeah. Shout out to Janae Aiko, Big Sean's baby mamas. No, his girlfriend. She's huge in the whole meditation world. In the spiritual space, and she has a song on her last album. I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's a sound bath. You heard of a sound bath?
No.
Okay, we'll get into that another meditation episode. But basically, it's music, and it's set to a certain frequency.
Okay.
And she's actually chanting a affirmation over it, and it's like calm down. Oh, it's called Triggered. It's for people when they're feeling triggered. Remember she had that song Triggered?
Motherfucking right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think either before or after that song on the album, probably after, it's basically that sound bath. That's set to that certain frequency, telling people like, yo. And I love that because, she basically just did a whole freestyle about being triggered and talk about these negative emotions that she's feeling.
Right.
And then the next one is like, all right, let's center ourselves. And
Calm
I know it
down.
says calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's just repeating simple, easy mantras. And it's great. So if you haven't listened to that, check that out too.
Give
Shout
it
out
a
to
look,
both Big Sean
sound,
and
a
Janae.
listen. Big time.
Congratulations on their
Boy.
newborn baby boy. Oh
Boy.
yeah, boy.
Yeah. Boy.
I never put that together, 2 and 2 together. But anyways, thank you guys again for stopping by the bar. I know this was maybe a long one. I don't know. I lost track of time. But we want to thank you so much for stopping by the bar. To our regulars, the few of you that are out there, we appreciate you.
Definitely do.
If you're new, make sure to follow us on all social. Well, no, I always say all social media, but it's not. It's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Bar2Bar Podcast. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at ooh.nicolette. That's O Nicolette.
And you can follow me on Instagram at KAP_ransom.
A little delay there. Are you okay?
I was a little delay. I was looking at the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Everything was straight. I be checking it from time to time. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. For real. Like,
We do.
Shout out to the regulars, and then shout out to the newcomers, the new folk that came in. We're gonna take one more shot with y'all before we off.
Before we get out of here. And we hope that you guys are zen the fuck out and learn something new.
Yeah.
Learn by one of my favorite spiritual practices.
That's one thing we like to do on here. We like to teach, not just preach.
Cheers. I can't drink the whole thing.
Huh?
Can't drink the whole thing. I don't like bubbly.
Oh, no,
I gotta take my time. Bye, y'all.
See y'all next week.